My friends, wherever you find yourself today, whatever circumstances you are facing, take a moment to remember this powerful truth. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. It's easy in the midst of hardship to believe that you've been left to face the storm on your own, that you've come as far as you can and now it's time to give up. But listen to me today. God's work in your life is far from finished. In Philippians 1:6, Paul encourages the believers with a promise, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Let that sink in for a moment. The work that God began in you, he will finish. Whatever you've walked through, whatever you've been through, it hasn't been a mistake. Every step has been part of God's perfect plan to shape and mold you for his glory. It's easy to look at the obstacles in front of us and feel like we've hit a dead end. But I want you to remember something important. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. He's not going to abandon you in the middle of your journey. When life is tough, when everything feels uncertain, we need to remember the faithfulness of the God who's carried us this far. There may have been moments in your life when you thought you couldn't go on. You may have been in situations where it felt like the weight of the world was pressing down on your shoulders, and yet somehow, though you didn't have the strength to keep going, though you didn't have the answers, though you didn't know how things would turn out, God saw you through. God brought you through this far just to let you go now. You see, God's faithfulness is not dependent on our circumstances. Whether we're in the valley or on the mountaintop, he is always with us, guiding us, providing for us, and working in us. Even when the way forward seems unclear, God's plan is always at work. When the road is hard, he is carrying us, and when the path is bright, he's still the one leading us, whether we understand it or not. God is working out his perfect will in our lives, and he will complete what he has started. God didn't bring you this far to leave you in the storm. Remember the times in your life when you thought you wouldn't make it. Perhaps you were battling sickness, or you faced financial hardship, or maybe your relationships were in turmoil. And yet, despite the challenges, despite the doubts, here you are today. God's hand has been on you the whole time. He has been with you, guiding you through every difficulty. You've already walked through so much, and with every step, God has been faithful. But here's the truth we often forget. God uses the struggles of life to strengthen us, to build our faith, and to prepare us for what lies ahead. The difficult seasons are not there to defeat us. They are there to prepare us for something greater. Think of how God has carried you through every trial up until this point. He didn't bring you through the battles in the past to leave you in the future. Each struggle you've overcome has been a testimony to his grace and strength. Maybe you've faced moments where you were uncertain of your future, uncertain of your finances, your health, your relationships, or even your purpose. But you see, God works in the waiting. Just because you can't see what he's doing doesn't mean he isn't working. He is preparing you for something greater. He is shaping you, refining you, and using everything in your life, both good and bad, to fulfill his divine plan. In those moments of waiting, God is strengthening your faith, building your patience, and preparing you for the breakthroughs ahead. He is not finished with you. In Jeremiah 29:11, God speaks a promise that's just as relevant for us today. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. God is not in the business of leaving his people halfway through the journey. His plans for you are filled with hope, purpose, and promise. Even when you can't see how things are going to work out, trust that God has a plan for your life. You may not understand all the details right now, but he will lead you step by step. The enemy wants you to believe that this is the end, that you've reached your limit, that God has abandoned you, but that is a lie. God has not forgotten you. You are still on his radar, and his plans for you are still in motion. Just because you face difficulties doesn't mean that God has left you. It means that God is preparing you for something greater. The hard times are part of the process that will bring you to the place where he can use you most powerfully. He's not leaving you in the midst of your struggles. He's using them to make you stronger, to refine you, and to bring you closer to his purpose. Now let me remind you of something. God doesn't need you to be perfect to fulfill his plan. You don't need to have it all together. He's not looking for your perfection. He's looking for your obedience. God will finish the work he began in you, but it is up to you to walk with him through the process. Even in our imperfections, he is still at work. God doesn't need a perfect vessel, just a willing heart. So don't give up. Don't listen to the voices that tell you it's over. Don't believe the lies that tell you God has abandoned you. He didn't bring you this far to leave you.